Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Shah, Bashim Kakadash, double, and it's the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Back again with the truth. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect man, hopeful men of the Lord. May the Lord have mercy upon the elect of Israel, you so called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, and those scattered. Anyways, another edition again of destroying lies of Christianity, destroying their false doctrines, and one of their key words that they like saying is what? Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me, which is not true. And if we leave it to the Most High to judge you, it won't be pretty, you know. But anyways, let's read the scriptures. This Deuteronomy 1, verse 16, goes straight to the point. And I charge your judges at that time, saying, hear the causes between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him. Ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is God's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. And I believe this was what is it? What's his name? Moses and his father-in-law, where he was told to basically gather the elders, the men of Israel, and set up, captains and judges. And us brothers that preaching the truth from the elders and apostles on down, we are judges because we are learned men, and we practice these scriptures, not like these regular people in the world. We study, we learn history, we learn the scriptures, and we come back with the scriptures. So therefore, we have basically through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, we have the authority to judge, man. Because the people of the world, they don't know the scriptures, they don't know the prophecies, they don't practice the laws and statutes and commandments. It's not in their mind. But for us, we practice it, especially if we've been in this truth for years. So we can judge, but we're supposed to judge righteously. But these Christians say that you can't judge. John 7 and verse 24, this is the words of the Lord written in red. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. So he did say to judge righteous judgment. 7 Matthew 7 verse, this is the main one that they use, but they don't understand. Matthew 7 from the top, and it says, judge not that ye be not judged. So the Christians will read that first line, close the book, and say, you see, you cannot judge. No, that's not what the scripture is saying, because if you carry on reading, it explains itself. So read it again, Matthew 7 and 1. Judge not that ye be not judged. So in other words, basically, in other words, if you're going to judge, be prepared to be judged yourself. That's what basically is saying. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, it's going to explain it here, ye shall be judged. So, see, it just said exactly what I just said. Whether you judge, you will be judged too. Yeah. And with what measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again. So whatever you give is going to come back to you. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? So now it's giving you an analogy of judgment. And it's using something in your eye. So let's say, sometimes you might rub your eye because you think that there's something in your eye. So you rub it, right? Now your eye is all sore, your eye is going red because it's being irritated through you rubbing it, and the object, this maybe like a small object, of wood or whatever object is inside your eye. You're rubbing it. You're trying to take it out, right? Yeah, But considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye. So in other words, let me read it again, verse 3. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye? So you see your brother struggling. Yeah, he's rubbing his eye, something in his eye is trying to take out. But considers not the beam that is in thine own eye. But you yourself, you're doing the same thing. You're rubbing your eye trying to take it out as well, but you ain't took it out yet. Yeah? Verse 4, or how will thou say to the brother, let me pull out the mote of thine own eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye. So you're with one eye, teardrops are coming out of your eye. You're rubbing your eye is irritated. And the brother you're looking at is doing the same thing. You go up to the brother and say, let me take it out of your eye. But wait a minute, you're struggling yourself. You can barely see. Your vision is disoriented. Yeah? How can you help someone else if you haven't helped yourself? That's what the scripture's saying. You're trying to help a brother, but you need help in the same situation you're trying to help him at. That's hypocritical. You're judging a brother for doing something that you are doing yourself. That's what the scripture's saying. Verse 5, it says it, thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam of thine own eye. Scripture saying what? First, sort out your situation. First, help yourself. First, get out of the problem you're in first. And then shall thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. So once you finish your situation, once you finish your problem, you are now able to help your brother out, right? Like in relationships, they say this. They say like stuff like in relationships, two broken people cannot make a good relationship because you're both broken. You see, so you gotta clean up. You gotta make sure that you're not bringing baggage of your past into a relationship. Your insecurities, your bad habits into a relationship. Otherwise, the relationship's gonna fall apart, and you start blaming everyone else. But you should be blaming yourself. You're supposed to look in the mirror first, sort out the demons in the closet within yourself. Heal yourself first. Rest, relax. Through process of time or whatever you need to do to get over your past. I'm talking in a relationship sense. People say, first sort yourself out, then you can jump into a relationship. But you see these women, they have sex multiple times. With different niggas. They're rebellious. They got bad attitudes. Maybe their previous boyfriends will tell them about their bad attitudes, but they will never listen. Then they're so rebellious that they just jump onto the next nigger, and the vicious cycles continues again. And as she keeps having sex with them, she gains their energy, their spirit. Now she's so tied to them. Now the habits that they may have had, they jump onto her. The demons jump onto her. Now she's just infested with demons. Now she might decide later on in life, at the age of 40, while she has multiple kids, to settle down with a good man. Are you crazy? Hell no. You're broken. You're damaged goods. You're old news, man. You're expired milk. Right? You haven't even learned how to be submissive. You haven't even learned the basics. How the hell are you going to pair bond in the future? And that's what a lot of women are suffering today, because they're not healed. They're damaged. They're broken. They're crazy. They're feminists. Their ideologies is from Esau, the so-called white man. You see? They believe that they can be equal. They believe they can assert authority over a man. So that's why they can't bond. That's why there's so much division and divorce in the society. But don't want to stray off topic, but I hope you've understood what I said through analogy, and this is talking about judging, If you're smoking, you can't tell a brother, stop smoking. No, you need to stop smoking. Then you can explain to a brother, yo, brother, stop smoking, man. It's off, man, according to scriptures. And guess what? I used to do it. I experienced it. And I'm going to tell you, it's not pretty, man. It's not a good thing. It's harmful. It's going to hurt your life. You don't know when you're going to have lung cancer. You know, you don't know it can cause you to have asthma, shortage of breath. You don't know your life might end tomorrow. You don't know. You know, persuade people of the fear of the Lord. But yeah, Scripture doesn't say don't judge. It just talks about judging righteously. So with that, all praise to Yahweh Shemashai B'Shem Rakakadash. Shalom.